So, have you been keeping up with Gotham?
I watched the first season, and I'm just getting ready to start the second season. I know the first season, I've heard it got better,
Yeah.
but I just kind of got...
Close to the end of the first season, like, some stuff happened, and I was like, I'm done. I cannot watch this. Like, I was really into Gotham.
What happened?
There was, like, a doctor, like, cutting people, like, up and, like, using their body parts or whatever, and Fish Mooney was in there, and it was just... It didn't make any sense.
Yeah. Okay. That's the... Yeah. Okay.
So that's where I left it at, but apparently it's gotten better. But the thing that caught my eye was the guy that plays Bruce Wayne, David Mazow. I guess that's how you say his name.
Sounds good to me.
He's wanting a Superboy nod in the show. And this is what he said. I think it'd be really cool to have a young Clark Kent on the show. To have a 15-year-old Clark Kent. I know in Batman v Superman they played it like Metropolis and Gotham are twin cities. So it wouldn't be that hard to take a boat ride over for Clark. One, IGN, it's not Superboy. Superboy is a totally different character.
As exactly when you said that, I was like, how are they?
Yeah, it's a totally different character, okay? You're wanting Superman.
Yeah.
Okay, you're wanting young Clark Kent. Again, young Clark Kent, if he's 15, he's still in freaking Smallville in Kansas.
Exactly.
Okay, just putting those things out there.
Though it would be cool.
It would be cool.
But not going to happen because of where everything is at the time.
Yeah.
Especially when you said Superboy, I was like, that's a clone of Superman. But Superman, it would be had to be an adult for Project Cadmus to even happen.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what when you said that, that's what kind of
I was just like reading, and I was like when I read the title of the article, I was like, I got some problems with this IGN. But
I was like, good try.
Yeah, yeah. I think it would be cool. They go on and they talk about having. The CW having a Superman and everything, but there's different universes. I think it would be cool bringing in Clark Kent, but how are they going to meet? It would be an interesting way having this small town boy, meaning this rich, lonely kid and everything. And I like the way that David is portraying Bruce.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite things.
Because you're seeing him as a detective.
Yeah, from Gotham is that. But it would be interesting, but it's not Superboy. Just putting that
now,
out
have
there.
you seen like some of the memes of the Superman in BVS compared to the Superman on the CW show? It's like, have you seen the commercials where this is
this is Superman's coming in Supergirl?
No. Oh God.
Have you seen that?
No.
The poster is like Superman is coming in Supergirl.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
wow, that's
yeah,
bad
that's
marketing.
bad.
I'm talking about this is Superman with cable, and this is Superman with DirecTV, and it shows the DirecTV is the Batman versus Superman, and then it shows this is Superman with cable, and it shows the CW Superman. Because there was way more money put into the.
Oh yeah, totally. So
they could have done a lot better with the Superman outfit.
Now, there's a game coming out that I'm really, really super excited for. That's coming out in October.
Magic Mike,
PS4, The Gathering, is what they call it. God, that is a really long article. So I didn't read all of that, but it's Gears of War 4, and the reason I'm so excited for this game is Gears of War has been one of my favorite franchises from the beginning. And I think it all started from that trailer where Marcus is running and they playing the Mad World trailer and all of that, like the song.
Yeah.
I think if they would have done it any other way, I wouldn't have liked that franchise as much. Just it's set up so perfectly.
Are you talking about from the very first?
Yeah, the very first trailer of the original game.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Because
I know this was a game that, alongside Halo, that it was always, always playing it, whether it be me and you and me, Trevor, and Gears of War is like I said, it's always been there. It's always been a game that I've enjoyed playing. I have the first, second, and third one on my Xbox One that I'm getting ready to do kind of like a run through of all of them to kind of get everything going again. But I can't wait for this to come out. I mean, it looks beautiful, and the way you said that they tied in the first trailer with the music and this last trailer, I mean, it's just beautiful all around. And you're going to have different weapons. You're going to have different monsters.
Yeah, and we found out that Gears 4 is set 25 years after Gears 3. So a lot of time has happened. Marcus is still around. I thought that was a great way of in the trailer that they showed at E3, like them opening the door and Marcus was sitting there. And I cannot wait for it. There's new gears, new weapons, new robots, new enemies. It just looks awesome. That buzzsaw gun looks freaking awesome.
Didn't it show where you could
ricochet? Yeah.
That's going to be, especially when people are in cover, that's going to be awesome as I kick the table.
Yeah, as you kick the table. But I think it's going to be really cool. And I used to play a lot of multiplayer with Gears of War 2 and Gears of War 3 especially. Played the beta. I suck. You
got to get those skills back up because, I mean, I did the same thing during the beta. I used to be. I was like, I was good.
Yeah.
I was like, what happened?
Yeah, me and my friend Parker, we used to play all the time, and sawed-off shotgun was my go-to, but I was pretty bad. But it looks really, really good. I'm excited for it. IGN has a really awesome article that's IGN first and talking about JD and Marcus and robots and new guns and everything. So if you want to check that out, I'm not going to read it all to you, but I thought that was pretty interesting that it's set 25 years after Gears of War 3, which we saw the end of the Locust Horde. So I'm interested to see what the new villains are. I thought the destructible environment, the environment being very interactive. We saw that in Gears 3 with that one map that had like the fog that would happen not the fog, it was like the sandstorm.
Yeah, the wind and everything coming in.
So I've seen them putting more and more of that.
Lightning hitting.
Yeah, lightning and all of that. It's going to be really awesome. Have you seen any of the new Titanfall stuff?
No.
Okay.
Is it going to make this game playable, you think?
I think it will. I was listening to Alfredo from Alfredo Plays. He's friends with Kind of Funny. And he was talking about how you start as a grunt, okay? You're this guy, you're fighting all of this, blah, blah, blah. Well, anyway, your commander has been paired with this mech for 3 years. That's why the mech is different.
Okay.
So the mech has been paired with this guy for 3 years and has started developing a personality and intelligence and everything. So your commander, I think, dies or whatever, but he gives you his mech. So your mech is very interactive with you. And he was talking about they were having to launch your guy or whatever. And he was like, oh, there's this % chance that you die an extremely painful death. And like just giving all of these, like these are the different variables that could happen. This could happen to you at this % rate or whatever. Huh. And it was just very interesting that this mech was giving all of this kind of dialogue.
Yeah.
And he was talking about, you've played Titanfall. Yeah. Would you say the maneuverability is like the best, like you've probably played, like the climbing and everything?
It was really good. I want to say that it was one of the easier to figure everything out on.
Yeah, and just like being able to climb walls, wall run and everything. So it was very different than like your Call of Duties. Then Call of Duty's kind of taken away from that, but I still think Titanfall was an easier game to do the wall runs and everything. But they're using that maneuverability for their puzzles and their single player, and using the different areas, using the mech as ways to figure out these puzzles and everything. So I think that's really cool that they're using their strengths in their single player game.
Yeah.
I was watching some multiplayer of it, and you got a lot of different weapons, got a lot of different ways to combat the mechs, different ways of getting around the maps with lifts and everything. So I'm feeling a little bit better about Titanfall 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be a game that I get. But I know when I bought the last Titanfall, luckily it was only for $7.
I bought it for $60,
and it was not worth $7.
Yeah.
Not to mention $60.
Well, I think since you were coming in on the very end of it, you were getting only like whatever was left there. When it first came out, it had a really good community following it. It was just multiplayer though.
Yeah. I think this one's going to, breathe that fresh breath of life into the franchise. I mean, I hope it's good. I like when, games that are supposed to be good. I like it when they're actually good. Mm-hmm. So we'll see.
Yeah, and there's so many good games that are coming out. Titanfall 2, hopefully. Battlefield 1. You've got, just tons and tons of stuff that is down the pipe. And something that's going to be coming that's going to have even more game announcements. We just had E3 like a month or two ago. Gamescom 2016 is happening, and you're going to be able to get that on IGN Wednesday, August 17th, and Thursday, August 18th. They'll be doing a live stream from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific time, and Friday, August 19th, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time as well. You can get that on IGN's homepage and see what all the announcements are. So you can watch it all through all these different apps and everything. I think we see some smaller stuff. I don't see us big things. I see we get some things fleshed out a little bit. I doubt we get any NX. I really do. I think that's going to be an event all in its own.
I do too, because there's a lot riding on this NX, so I could definitely see them holding things cards close to their chest on that one.
Now, Microsoft and PlayStation are not at Gamescom this year, so that's a big thing that's not happening. So what we're going to be seeing is third parties really reigning on this one. I'm assuming, just because the first-party games and the first-party consoles aren't going to be there. So you'll probably see, since this is happening now, I see Destiny taking a huge part of this.
Their Iron Banner, which I told myself, I don't care what comes out. There's no way that I'm going to be playing Destiny. Been reading some stuff on the Iron Banner, and I'm just like,
reading some stuff, man.
I need to just quit reading. I just need to anything time Destiny pops up, because people tag me in this crap all the time. I just need to close it out, not even look at it. But what do?
You look at it anyway.
I read it, and I kind of want to play Destiny again.
I don't know. Like, I never finished. What is it? The Fallen or whatever it is. The Fallen's Transformers.
Yeah. I can't remember what the last...
Taken King.
Yeah.
Never finished Taken King, so it's not getting me back in. Like, there's no way I'm getting back in.
Well, say, I've spent so many, hours, and I still have a lot of friends who play it. And I think that was more along the lines of what you had trouble with, is not having people to play with that stuck out with the game.
Well, I originally started with PlayStation, so all the people that I played with was on PlayStation. And then I jumped over to Xbox, so I didn't really have anybody. And then I was like, whatever.
Well, I mean, if you ever do get back in, I'm just saying.
In.
But I'll be there.
That would be like me getting back into the Division. It just ain't happening with everything else coming out. Yeah, I haven't even picked up No Man's Sky yet, and I'm like jonesing for it like nobody's business.
I bet.
Business.
I heard a rumor that they're going to release that for the...
No, they're not.
The Xbox.
I know. They're not.
It's completely...
It's developed by Sony. They're not going to do it.
Completely wishful thinking. Yeah. And I was like, I know it's never going to happen, but...
Yeah, I'm just sorry.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Nope, there's no chance ever that it's coming out. It is on PC, though. It's going to be on PC and PlayStation. Looks great. I think a lot of people assumed it was going to be Call of Duty in space, and some people are pretty ticked off about that, but they never gave that illusion that it was going to be that.
No, I mean, you got to
exploration game.
You got to look at a game before. You never impulse get a game because you think it's something else. Anytime I go and buy a game that I'm not, knowing what it is, like a Gears of War, like a Halo or anything like that, I do my research. I want to know. Yeah. I don't, ruin the story for me, but I will definitely do some checking and see, what the game's about. What's it similar to.
One good place for something like that is Gamer Ranks. They always do. They do this series called Before You Buy, and they'll give some playing, like some gameplay and everything, and talk about what the game feels like, what are the good points of it, and what's its downfalls. And if you like these type of games, and they'll give examples of them, then you should be buying this. And if you don't like those type of games, don't buy it. That is a really good series. They do it for majority of the major games. So if you're wondering about a game, go over to Gamer Ranks and check out their Before You Buy series. It's really, really good and definitely worth watching.
Yeah.